Okay.
You ready?
My lips are a little chapped, but I think I'm ready.
Well, hello, you guys. Welcome back to our channel.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone, where we haven't seen you since last year, aside from the gender reveal.
Yes. Which
Sorry.
felt more like a home movie, which was filmed last year, though.
Oh, you have an eyelash. Let me get that for you. Don't you say you make a prayer?
Yep.
I hope people are blessed by this video.
Anyways, we figured it was a great time to do a little life update Q&A because so much has happened in our life in the last 2 months, which is why we have been so absent on YouTube. It's just because it has been very crazy.
It's just been tough. But it's just tough to keep up with everything. And so we didn't want to just put out like mediocre stuff.
Moving while pregnant with a toddler, while launching a program and everything else has just been a little bit of a whirlwind. And also like selling our house with everything in it and moving into an empty house and like trying to figure out furniture and getting things set up and like trying to do it all while Micah takes a nap, which is currently happening.
Yeah, which is why we're in the car. We have a babysitter watching the monitor, so.
Yeah, and there's also a contractor in there like helping us do a couple things. So there's always a ton happening in our life, but we know that y'all have a lot of questions for us. So did a little Instagram story, got a bunch, and a lot of y'all are asking the same questions. So I feel like this will be fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
How does Chad do his hair? Just kidding. I never do my hair. I always wear hats.
I think the question everyone's gonna have is why is Chad in a t-shirt when it's like 30 degrees outside?
Listen, we were in our house all but 5 minutes ago, so...
With the fire going.
With the fire going, so I'm comfy. All right, first question.
Okay. Let's just jump in.
3.14.
This one's kind of a sad one.
Oh, okay.
How has it been, your dream home, officially being a thing of the past? A memory.
Who asked this? That's really made me really
She's
sad.
She's actually a really, really sweet
Aw,
girl.
I'm not hating on you. I'm just saying that like you brought up a bunch of feelings. You know, I think we said it in another video. You can build another home, but it's hard to build good community. And we've invested years and money and time and tears into building our community, and we were willing to leave our dream home for our dream community. Yeah. And so it definitely is bittersweet, but it has new custodians that are hopefully super blessed by the house. And I think it also was a great reminder for us. I don't want to hijack, I want to hear your answer too.
Yeah.
It was a great reminder that any home that we have this side of heaven is temporary. It's our temporary home. That doesn't mean it's not nice, we don't cherish it and all the memories that come along with it, but it's temporary. And it was a great reminder for us to say, oh, my forever home is with our Lord. And so it was a great reminder of that, to not idolize the home.
No, for sure. And I'm going to stick with like a lot of the home questions first, and then we'll get to some other questions. But there was one that said, is there any regrets about moving away from Florida? And I feel like I can answer for both of us, but there's zero regrets.
Zero regrets.
Yeah.
I got no regrets.
Yeah.
Really? Not even one letter?
Well,
Sorry.
I feel like what kept popping up too, like during this move, for me at least, was like not to be Lot's wife. Like, don't look back, don't long for the things of the past. Like, keep your eyes fixed on what's ahead. Like, keep your eyes on what Jesus is doing next. And it's not to say that the things of the past didn't matter and we can't look to the past and see his faithfulness and the beauty of it, but like not longing for the past. And
wait, does that mean I'm Lot? Because I don't want to be Lot either. I'd rather be Abraham in this situation.
This is Lot's wife that turned to dust.
Salt. Yeah, but the thing is like Lot was in Sodom and Gomorrah, like I want to. Okay.
Anyways,
you guys understand what she's saying.
To say. So speaking of that, are we getting used to the Nashville area? We're like in Franklin, which is not like the city of Nashville. It's a lot more like
laid
cute,
back.
Suburbia, family oriented.
Suburbia. I never heard that. That's cool.
You've never heard suburbia?
I've heard like
the suburbs.
The suburbs, yeah, but I've never heard suburbia.
Suburbia.
Huh.
I feel like we live in suburbia.
Yeah, we do. We're suburban people, even though we just moved from a suburban place, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One small kind of city in between big cities to the next.
Yeah, but we
love it.
We love it. We did kind of run into a few hiccups once we got here. Moving was actually pretty tough, and still waiting on furniture. We have a lot of it, but like still waiting on more. and we both got sick, and we were taken out like separately at different times, and so it was
Christmas Eve, y'all.
Yeah, she got taken out Christmas Eve, and I got taken out after Christmas. So
Yeah.
it was definitely not like the most picturesque, easy move, but that's life. You know, you roll with it.
Yeah.
And but we're starting to be able to go see friends and
Yeah.
get in the community, which is cool.
What was really beautiful about it too was, so I got sick on Christmas Eve, was sick all Christmas Day, but we literally had friends like bring us home cooked meals. Like, it has been so sweet. Like, I'm literally already in a group chat with like 10 other young moms that literally live in our neighborhood. Like, there's
crazy
multiple babies being born in April in our neighborhood.
Really?
And so, yeah, it's crazy.
We have a baby due in April.
Yeah, we do.
We're one of those.
I know.
Crazy.
I know, it's crazy. And so it's just been so sweet to not only like connect with the people that we literally moved here for, but like already connecting with so many other people who love Jesus, living on mission. It's just, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where it's like, hey, yeah, I'm going to walk across the street and we can have coffee.
Yeah, I guess that's a
really
good point.
wild.
When, you know, we saw friends kind of rally around us to help us like settle in, friends help us when we were sick. I think that was a great picture of the purpose behind it.
Yeah.
And not that we didn't have wonderful people back in Lakeland,
Yeah.
but like these are people that we've actually known for years, like
Yeah.
years and years and years. And so it was really sweet.
Okay, next question. And this was the most asked question.
Uh-oh. I want to know.
When do we get a house tour? When do we get to see the new house? How are you feeling about the new house?
Probably February, you think?
Yeah.
Because we're
probably
waiting
February.
on some items.
I know. A lot of you were like, can we just see it before it's finished? That's really hard for me, you guys. And like, yes, I'm going to probably show like snippets of the process and like rooms here and there over on Instagram, and like maybe even like settling in a little bit to the house. But I don't want to do like a full-blown home tour right now, because literally we have not even touched the upstairs. Like, it is just, our office is just cords. The
And
guest
lights and
bedroom
cameras.
like has a bed, but like no window
The guest
treatments
bedroom is the most
put
done.
together almost.
Yeah.
And so the boys' rooms are not finished.
The boys.
The boys.
Yeah.
So crazy. And
It's
so
going to make Saturdays crazy.
it'll be so fun.
Do you understand that?
The boys. Saturdays are for the boys.
Saturdays for the boys.
Yeah.
And mommy. Well, sorry. I know that sounded weird to hear, but like I meant it in like a nice way. Weirdos.
Like, you're not going to exclude me.
Yeah, absolutely
Yeah.
not. We need you around.
Yeah. You're like,
I need you.
It'll be coming soon. I would just say stay more tuned on Instagram if you want snippets of the house like right away. But we're not going to do a full-blown home tour for a hot second.
Hot sec.
Yeah. There'll be like
And
home content, but not home
Yeah.
tour. Next question is...
Actually, I have a question. We have to get a second car, and I don't know what to get. I'm debating between going for a car that's a lot more affordable. That way the payment doesn't hurt a lot, you know, like, and it's just, we can roll with it, because we definitely need a second car while we're here.
Yeah.
If y'all have any recommendations on like what cars you think are reliable, but also like good for families, it'll mainly be for me to drive around, and this one will be for Tori and like putting kids in it and stuff. So I don't know.
kind of
If
feel
you have
like
any
you should
thoughts?
get a truck, you guys. I feel like we live in Tennessee.
Yes. I want a
There's
truck.
just something about a truck.
They're just so expensive, and even the used ones,
Are
like a
expensive.
decently used one, still in good shape and stuff, are still like $30,000-$45,000, which is So I don't know what to do. If you have any thoughts on a second utility vehicle, I would like a truck though. I'll grow out a beard again, put on a flannel.
I like it.
Y'all?
You already said y'all.
Oh, okay. Gonna head down yonder.
Okay, staying on the house for a second, is there something that we missed from our previous home? I missed the prayer room.
Miss the house. Want to pick it up and move it here. Yeah, the prayer room for sure. I just miss how, I think the thing I'm struggling with this house is just not set up yet.
Yeah.
We don't have, our clothes are in like
Bins.
like Tupperware bins or
Yeah.
like plastic containers and stuff, and
Yeah.
so we don't, it's not set up for us to use it yet. Like even our office, like Tori said, it's all cables. I think I'll really enjoy it once
it's
things
set
are
up.
set up. I just feel, I don't know if you guys ever watched our honeymoon video where the best honeymoon ever in the history of honeymoons. Like
We loved it. It was the best.
I loved it. Whenever we arrived in beautiful Bora Bora, Tori was ready to enjoy the honeymoon and everything that comes along with that. If you also,
Fill in the blank. It's
yeah,
fine.
I would not until I unpacked.
Like, he needed to unpack his suitcase first, and he specifically, I feel like my clothes are a little bit more unpacked and hung.
Yeah.
But like a lot of your stuff is like for the dresser that we don't have yet. Like you fold a lot more stuff. And so he's literally kind of feeling like he's still living out of a suitcase.
If I would
For a
not
couple weeks.
enjoy the honeymoon until I unpack, imagine how I feel in this house for several weeks. Anyways.
Someone asked, how are y'all like really doing?
If you asked us this 2 weeks ago,
Struggling.
not great.
We were struggling.
Not great. But if you ask us now, she's feeling great. Obviously, the baby's growing, so everything that comes along with getting later in the pregnancy is definitely
27 weeks pregnant, you guys. Flying by. I'm going to do a second trimester recap video next week. And so if y'all have any questions for me in regards to the pregnancy, leave them below because I'm going to film that in the next couple days. So
yeah, I would say that we didn't have access to help, and we do have help now, but it was like Christmas time. Then it was New Year's, and so nobody was available. And so that was definitely a harder situation.
Well, and we were sick, so we didn't want to be around people.
Yeah.
And
so like not having anything unpacked. But how we're doing really, I would say we're getting into a really good spot, and it feels really sweet. I'm almost kind of like, and I'm not encouraging this thought, I'm just being honest with you. I'm kind of like waiting for something to happen, you know, and I don't encourage that. I'm just being honest because it does feel like a lot of things are really sweet right now. And I'm like, I'm used to kind of having to put out fires. And so I'm kind of like, this is weird. This is suspicious, but I'm going to enjoy it.
Enjoy it. Yeah. 100%. Someone asked, what are tips for moving with a toddler?
For movers, survive, pay for movers, prepare for the worst.
Survive. Honestly, I laugh a lot because people ask me for advice on baby stuff or sleep stuff or whatever, and I'm like, y'all, I'm the one asking people for advice.
Yes,
right
we
now.
need the advice.
I need the advice.
I will say this. I think allowing your kid to be a kid, they don't understand. Their life is changing. They're going through transition. They can't process it like you can.
Yeah.
And so having grace and space for them. But honestly, if you do have a little disposable income to either hire a babysitter to help, like that way they play with the kid, you get to go unpack and focus, or you hire on the other side where you hang out with the kid and you have some people help move stuff.
Yeah.
Our next move, we're hired,
help.
because that was
sure. it was brutal.
Yeah, we did get help, but we should have started with it because we got to a point where we were too stressed out.
Yeah.
And then we were playing defense versus playing offense, and so.
And we honestly, it was so funny. We got blessed with the sweetest babysitter.
Yes.
Ever. She's 15 years old, but I feel like she should be my boss.
Yeah.
She's in there right now. And I literally told her, I'm like, hey, like, you've already done so much. Micah's sleeping. You can just, like, watch TV and watch the monitor. And she's like, no. Like, tell me something else I can do. Like, do you want me to help anything in your room or laundry or whatever? Like, she is a gem of a human.
And you can't have her. She's ours.
And we love her so much. You can't find her on social media either because she doesn't have one. She's ours. We love her. We love her. So yeah, we got very, very blessed. And so she and Micah loves her as well. And so she has been so helpful, which is probably one of the reasons why we feel a little bit of the stress starting to like lift off of us and alleviate.
Low key think her family are guardian angels.
No, literally her family.
Guardian angels.
Guardian angels.
Like 100%.
They're the best.
Oh, and to finally answer that, have grace for yourself. It's gonna be likely kind of stressful. So
yeah, it just kind of is what it is. How many days did you have to move to Tennessee? So the funny thing about this question is, go back and watch, our videos of like, we thought this would be titled differently. And then we're like, okay, it actually did sell.
Yeah.
Once it actually did sell and we were back in Lakeland, but then we were launching Unveiled. And so we weren't really in the mode to start like packing because we were just making sure everything was prepared for like the Unveiled launch.
Yeah. And we also weren't really packing because we didn't know if it was going to fall through again.
Yeah. We were like waiting.
Until for sure.
And so when it was for sure, then we had like 3 days.
Yeah. And so there's that, but then also we had to buy all furniture. And so that is still getting delivered. And so we only had a few days to move, but then we went into an Airbnb for like a week. Yeah. And then it was kind of definitely a messier move, but everything's good with it. It's just wasn't like the smoothest transition.
How are we dealing with the weather so far?
It's cold, y'all. We saw snow last night and another day, but just like little sprinkles of snow, like a snowflake. Yeah, a flurry. I think a flurry's a lot, right?
There was flurries the day I like went to the gym.
Okay.
Like when I was driving, there was flurries.
Yeah.
And I literally just had a thin sweater and a vest on. I was not prepared.
I love that you're painting a picture.
Prepared. I walk out. I'm like, oh, I'll be fine. I'm just going to the car, and I'm like getting out of the car. I will only be outside for a couple, seconds. No. Should have layered. Should have prepared. It literally was snowing, and that's something I would have worn in Florida on a 60-degree day.
Yeah. I just helped some friends move yesterday, and I accidentally wore shorts. Because it's warm in our house. Just when you step outside, it's cold. And I was not prepared.
No. But it's been fine. It's been fun. It feels like winter. It feels different. So we're experiencing something new. Ask me in 2 months and when it's still cold, I'm going to be like, okay.
My face is so dry.
Warm up. Yeah. You need to use my serum. It's really good. Ooh, this is a juicy question. Are you guys pulling back on YouTube? It looks like you're moving in another direction.
I would say yes and no. I would say we're pulling back likely to 1 video a week. Mm-hmm. I think the commitment to do 2 led us to not doing any.
Yeah.
I remember my buddy Gabe was talking about this thing where there's this whole rhythm of how to accomplish tasks. Mm-hmm. The theme of it was if you set 1 to 3 tasks per day, you will finish 1 to 3 tasks per day. Mm-hmm. If you set 4 to 6 tasks a day, you'll complete 1 to 2 tasks a day. And if you set 7 to 10 tasks a day, you'll complete 0 tasks for the day. Mm-hmm. And so we just had a lot of nice meetings to try to hone in on
the vision, the purpose
behind everything, what direction we're going in and everything. So you'll definitely notice some changes, but we're here.
We're here. We want to come back in a way that's intentional and not just we need to throw a video up for the sake of we need 2 videos this week, you know? And so I think that getting caught up in almost the rat race of oh, we've committed to this, we need to do it, but then it started to lack the intention and passion behind what we wanted to share. And we're okay, we need to get back to the strong why behind this channel and make sure that we're stewarding what God has given us well and bringing you guys value and bringing you along in our life, but also in every video, hopefully encouraging you, inspiring you, and pushing you in the direction of the Lord in some way.
Yeah. I think the other side of it is that our lives are changing. Mm-hmm. And guess what? Your life is changing. We're getting older, you're getting older. People are getting in relationships, they're getting married, they're having kids, they're moving, they're
YouTube
changing
is
jobs.
Changing.
So a lot of things are changing. We don't want to do what we were doing. We want to do where God is leading, and it'll likely look different for all of us because we're all in different situations, and that's a good thing.
So that's a yes and no. We're pulling back in some ways, but we're also very excited to launch new things in new ways that will hopefully bring a lot of value to you guys.
We also have a daily devotional podcast that goes up on YouTube every single day. So we put out a lot of videos.
Yes. And I'm also putting a lot of my heart and soul into Unveiled as well, which I feel is going a lot deeper than we kind of go on YouTube. And so I do feel some of my focus is over there too.
Yeah. We there's a wait list for the next group of girls, the next cohort, and I'll put a link in the description if you want to sign up for the wait list. But again, all of our content will always be coming out. Yeah. But that's just if you just want 2 layers deeper.
Yeah, for sure. Another juicy question. Did you experience gender disappointment? When you found out it was another boy?
I think there's someone in the car that may have.
Okay, y'all, I just have to be honest. It wasn't disappointment. It was more shock for the very first initial second, because I do think that I had just so convinced myself that it was a girl that I had to be I had to rewire my okay, it's not a she. I'm not praying for a girl. And I think that I was just okay, I was shaken up a little bit, but then 30 minutes later, I was so jacked. But it just
it took some moments of processing.
Yeah, I just had to process a second, and I don't think that that's something to feel shame or guilt or weirdness about, because I think that a lot of girls have those moments when you really think it's one, and then it's the other, and you're oh, I just have to reprocess what this is going to be like, because I think I was envisioning what a daughter would be like and all of these things, and I do believe she's going to come at some point in time. But I am so so excited to see Micah and another little boy like become the best of friends and play with each other and like wrestle. And I feel like because they're so close in age, they're literally gonna have friends that are like, these are our friends. Like we're gonna go hang out with them together. Like it's not his friends and then there's her friends, or like had we had another girl and then another little boy later, like the age gap be bigger, so they do have separate friends. I genuinely feel like they're gonna end up like starting businesses together. And like this is something that Chad and I had talked about way before we were even like trying to have babies, was how sweet it would be to have two boys really close in age, because we have so many guy friends that have brothers that are really close in age and they're really close. And we're like, what a beautiful, cool relationship. And so we're so jacked and we're so excited. Now, I like literally wouldn't want it any other way, but I think that just points back to like God knows exactly what your family needs, and that's exactly what he's going to give you. He knew what Micah would need. He knew what this baby would need. Like, he's so good. And so,
Yeah, I agree. I definitely was shocked because I think everyone thought it was a girl for the most part.
Yeah.
And so I think that's what was shocking, is like, oh, wow, it actually, you know, but yeah, I mean, we, Lord willing, will have more children, and we already have a name for a girl. And so it's just one of those things. I think we had dreamt more about having a girl.
Yeah.
Because we had a girl name before we had Micah.
Yeah.
You know, and so anyways, we can go to the next question, but we're so jacked. I think we're really surprised.
Yeah.
But, you know.
So excited.
Yes. Yeah. Keep going at it.
We definitely want more kids. Y'all know that.
As soon as I unpack. I'm kidding. Let's go. Next question.
Just kidding. That was all of the questions. And so, yay.
Yay.
That was fun. We're back. Happy 2024, you guys. We're excited for the year. We hope that you've had a great start to the year. I do want to just leave a quick little piece of encouragement. If it has not been the best start to the year, like if you feel like January did not start off the way that like you intended or wanted to, don't be disappointed or discouraged in that. Like we serve a God who gives us new mercies every single morning. And so it's never too late to start fresh, to start new, to create vision for the future. And so
amen to that. Yeah. I thought you were going to say every single day.
What did I say?
And so you said every single morning.
Yeah.
And so I know which is the scripture, but I like mouth day. And so I tried. Anyways, we love you all. Happy New Year. Happy everything. We'll see you next week.
See you in the next video.
Bye-bye.